Had to accompany the people singing in the church. Let's say 1,000 people sing very loud the choral, and the organ has to accompany, especially with a sharp in the Rückpositiv, which has to be over and louder than the 1,000 people. In the south of Germany, the people, especially in the Catholic area, people didn't sing. The organ was not built for accompanying the people, and also for playing basso continuo for the choir which was on the organ. You can accompany the choir with different soft colors. Okay, and we will see. We will find a beautiful solution for playing this piece afterwards, perhaps at this organ. Muy bien. What do we have now? Is Christlag in Todesbanden. Yeah.
¿Puedo cambiarla por algo de Pachelbel?
Sí. Yeah.
¿Puedo tocar Pachelbel?
Sí. Thank you. Yeah, beautiful. No, stay here. Stay here. Stay here. I can tell something about the music. Yeah. So this kind of preludium or toccata is very typical for Pachelbel. It's not very long piece with different figures. Yes, and if you want, come nearer. I will try to show you something. The art of playing the organ in the Baroque time in Germany was more improvising than playing written music. There is a document about Johann Gottfried Walther, who was a composer and collector and a friend of Johann Sebastian Bach. And in this document is written that he always needed a score because he could not play out of his brain. That means he could not improvise. The document says this, and my interpretation is that all other people improvised. And we know about Johann Sebastian Bach that he tried to a new organ. That first he played a preludium in full or toccata with full stops. And then different chorals for the different colors and for different stops. And at the end he improvised a fugue on the full organ. And the normal thing would be to play a toccata also in full in organo pleno. And what we can see here is very typical for Johann Pachelbel, and it's very easy to imitate this kind of music in improvisation. You have, for example, the tonality is a G Dorian. Yeah. You take organ point. Yeah. And then you start to play just on the chord. Yeah.
Empiezas tocando solamente sobre el acorde.
You can try to improvise like this. It sounds like Pachelbel. So these are the chords. G minor. You also can use the chord of C minor. And the chord of 2, 4, 7. You understand?
Yeah.
Okay, we can put together. We can put all that together. And then we can use scales like this. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-dim. If you have 8 notes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the 8 is like the first. So means 7. Da, 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 da. So if you are in the tempo and you play 4, it's better to ba da 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 to make a silence. Ba da 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 da. And so when you start on the G, you arrive here. When you start on the D, you arrive here. You are always in the chord of G minor. And like this, you can play scales through the whole keyboard. This is and down also, and also on the chord of C minor. And also on this chord. Then another important figure for this music is the Wechselnote, the changing note. But you have this note of the chord, and then the neighbor note. Yes, and you can use, so you have the chord, and you can use every note of the chord and the neighbor note. This is this technique, yeah? So in 4 notes you have one as a neighbor note. Yeah. And then you have, after some bars, you must change to the organ point of the dominant. He does it in a very simple way. But usually you need one time the C sharp. to make somehow modulation into the dominant. So you can imitate. This is like just like a model, and that's what the meaning of the composition is in general. It is not written to be played exactly like this in the German tradition at the Baroque time. Today is a different thing, but it's like a model to improvise. And you can find just in this toccata different ways of figuration. Like also this one, it is not, but is. Yeah. In Johann Sebastian Bach wrote in the preface, in the was heißt der Vorwort? In the Orgenbüchlein, he wrote that these chorales are written to praise the Lord and to show to the pupils how to do. And Composizione is not to play exactly what is written, but to show how they can do. At the time, it was like this. Nobody
Just
played
to see, but not to
just
play.
to see it. Yeah, yes, to play too, but not to do exactly the same. But yeah, to be inspired by it, yeah, and to see the technique. Well, you can't do better. This is a problem. So, I would like if somebody of you tries to improvise. Just
I would like to
yeah,
try.
yeah. Yeah?
I don't know.
Super. Hey, toll. Very good. Very clever. Very clever. Okay. No, stay here.
Okay.
You can. Well, you are clever enough. You see, he moves to D.
Yes.
Okay. In some toccatas, he moves back to the G. Very simple. That's all. Different keys. Not only the D and the G, but also other keys.
Yes.
So, okay, try. Okay, thank you. One thing, when you're on the dominant, yeah,
Yes.
go on in minor. Yeah,
Yes.
and then if you want to move, for example, to F major,
Okay. With a modulation.
and you can add also chords. You see here in the structure, you can see sometimes you have two voices,
Yes.
sometimes you have three voices or four voices. Is really not in the meaning of a polyphonic piece, but really a preludium. You can also, like in the Buxtehude preludium or in other preludiums of Pachelbel, chords.
Only
Yeah,
chords.
yeah, yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. You have to find the way back. Yeah.
To find the way, what?
To find the way back to G minor
Tienes que
To
encontrar el
back to G
camino de
minor.
vuelta para sol menor.
Para sol menor. Ese es con un-
without navigation. Inner navigation. Yeah. You have to reach D major as a dominant for G minor. Yeah.
Okay.
You can try that. You are in F major now.
Yes. Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's not bad. When you are here, yeah, you are here.
Yeah.
And now, don't play just G minor, but play
Yes.
one. You have to touch one time the chord of yeah. You see here, for example, here it is. Here it is.
Yes.
Yeah. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Ah.
Okay. Yes. It's like a big cadence.
Yeah. 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 Try it.
Okay.
And then, yeah. And also on the last chord, you can go on improvising. Yeah. For example, there are a lot of solutions. You can play. Play in the same figure from D to G, or you can play in Stilus Fantasticus, very free. Yeah, try. Hey, super.
Example.
Yeah.
Okay.
Clever. Good. Somebody else wants to try playing a toccata in Pachelbel style. Yeah. I think that the toccata is the most free and the simplest way to go into improvisation, especially because you can repeat the figures. You don't have to invent new figures every second. You can really do as Pachelbel did. 4 times the same figure. It's okay, and especially with a big church. He was organist in Nuremberg in a very big church, St. Sebaldus, with a beautiful big acoustic. So if you play like that 4 times. Four times. And so on, and so on.